welcome to this special edition of Mamba Bracketology. We are halfway through the championship round. Few more days left and we will wrap this thing up. June is done. Q3 is upon us. We're going to jump into our championship round.
It's been wild.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Solar Greg with 17 points.
He's doubling down on these boys.
If anybody counted that man out, he is just closing some mouths right now.
If it's fuel for the fire, I saw a video this morning where he has already picked the spot for the Mamba jersey to go. Last year's Mamba jersey has number 24 facing out. He has requested already that number 8 be facing out this year. If you don't know, that jersey has 8 on one side, 24 on the other. And he literally had a video of the spot for that jersey already picked out.
Yeah, we'll drop that in this so everybody gets to see.
Yep.
He's already calling his shot. Solar Greg. Let's get into it. Let's talk about maybe somebody else has a different favorite pick for the closer bracket than Solar Greg. We've got our panel here today. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Dan's always got really strong opinions, so let's go to Dan and let's hear what he has to say on this.
Yeah, closer bracket. Listen, you all knew I was bringing a whiteboard today. I wasn't expecting to bust it out this early. Let's see here. Forgive me, Greg, for I have sinned. I'm repenting of my ways. Back to back.
Oh, I love it.
I'm giving it. So I fought a good fight. I tried to bet on other people that weren't Greg. And, I had to eat some crow. So, 17. Okay, here's my one quick take. The only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And I think there's some people still in that closers fight that are playing very strategically right now. And they're being patient and waiting for their time to strike. And I think we're going to see today is my prediction. Today, things are going to get a lot hotter in between those numbers. So those are my predictions, but I do think Greg's got it back to back.
Keep it clean the next 3 days.
Please.
But hey, Dan, they say if you're going to eat crow, eat it young. You're pretty late on eating this crow, my friend. So, Quaid.
This is definitely asking for some forgiveness there.
Quaid, who you got?
So, I as well have to repent because I love a good comeback story. I think Taylor said that early on in the bracketology. And gosh, I just wanted, it's like, if we're talking about the competition and it being Mamba, a lot of people loved Kobe Bryant, but they hated the Lakers because they just had a dynasty where they kept winning. And I think that a lot of people expected Greg to win. And so for that reason, a lot of people were kind of wanting him to lose. In a lot of ways, I feel like in the Lakers dynasty with Kobe Bryant there, that same thing existed. And I just have to give a heartfelt thank you to Greg for having and embracing the Mamba mentality. It really is the point of this competition to go be dominant, Monday morning before 11 a.m. and he has 2, like that is a punch in the mouth. And if you go look at the competition and the way that Kobe performed, there was just this relentlessness about him. And honestly, Greg, thanks for bringing that mentality to the business. I love you for that. I do hope that someone can come get hot and give you a run for your money. But either way, I believe that the Mamba 2022 champion, the closer bracket, will be Greg because he embraces the Mamba mentality, just like the founder of the competition, Mr. Kobe Bryant himself, the Mamba.
Man, is there anybody willing to go against the grain here? I feel like we're calling it like it's over. Anybody willing to get Taylor?
I was going to say, it feels to me like Greg isn't trying to win. He's trying to make a statement, is what it feels like to me. He's not just trying to win. He's trying to kill everyone by so much that it puts like all the doubters, like some of the doubters out there that aren't me, and like shuts them up. And he's pretty effectively done that this round. Like, I don't know, man.
I'm going to say that on this, I feel like in the championship round, it's just going to be Sunmac to Sunmac. And I think it's really cool in order to be able to see that and just recognize from two regions alone, like East and West are very different respectively in their own ways, right? In the business. But it just goes to show, like, again, we're both for Greg and Jake. I do see that being like really the final two. And I feel like when it comes to both of them, again, like they're very disciplined and sharp. They can make a lot of noise, but in a very quiet, relentless way. So I'm just excited to see that going. But I think no matter what, it's going to be Sunmac to Sunmac. But I think it's well deserved for those two in particular.
Like it. I like it. Taylor, go ahead.
Go ahead, Taylor.
For good content, I will try to pick somebody else. But yes, I agree. I think I woke up this morning to text from Greg about how early I could be in here to take calls for him. So I knew it was going to be a crazy day today. I do agree. I do think there's going to be some strategy between people. And I think Greg doesn't need a strategy, right? He's just going to go throw in deals and you're going to see him pop up. So I'm hoping Trey can get a few deals thrown in and change a few things. But yeah, I think Greg's running away with this one.
Did anybody see the highlight clip in the Mexican League this weekend?
Trucking over
the catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's Greg right now. He's just
Trucking
mowing
the
people
catcher.
over.
Pablo.
Kenzie.
Kenz.
I will just be bold and say, I think, I guess Jake's cold. I'll say Jake's going to pull a big day today and make Greg a little nervous.
Okay. He's going to be nipping at his heels.
Yes. He's going to make Greg have to put in a late one.
Jake has a really strong lead pool. I actually think that's a pretty good bet right now.
Hey, I don't want this to go long, but I do want to make one observation really quick, just for the future of this competition. Last week, we had 5 people above 10 accounts. So, I do think that's the cool part about a bracket is it does narrow down. But as far as like talent and the ability to go perform at a high level, it's not like we don't have people performing at that level. And it was all names that we talked about. Jacob Shreve, Tyler Bean, like these were all names that could have easily been there, but it really does come down to one round time. And I just think it was for me, that was refreshing because I know this competition next year is going to just be that much more hype because we do have the talent pool for people to go be in the running. But it really does come down to discipline and taking your round seriously and not being taken out early, because a lot of those same teams didn't even make it into the finals, but yet in the final round they're competing at the level that you need to go compete. So I just think it goes to show the importance of this competition and really understanding how it's structured. And really wanted to give a huge prop to Brandon. Brandon, what a well-run competition. These things get dialed over time, and I think you did such a good job at designing it in a way that allows that to happen. And we love you for that. I know your job's not easy, so thank you for everything that you've done to make such a competitive competition, and I'm so looking forward to every year that follows.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, really cool. And honestly, a great segue into the lead bracket. You mentioned Jake Shreve. Now you start talking about the lead rep closer relationship that exists and what Shreve needed to go do and the Apex office needed to go do to start closing Tate Moser's leads, who's currently in the lead in this championship round. I love that relationship, right? And Quaid's, talking about those guys going out and performing, and they're putting in the work as the closer to help these lead reps. And in that scenario in the Apex office, those closers aren't in the championship round of the bracket, but their man Tate Moser is. So excited to go talk about that bracket.
They're rallying around Tate. Stetson stepped in. I've seen Stetson close a few of Tate's deals, and they're all bought in for Tate Moser winning this thing. And I think I got to back Tate on this one. I think Tate's going to take it home, and he's pedal to the metal now, and 3 days left to go just hammer out some big days and get it done.
Yeah.
So this is the bracket that gets really fun to talk about because it is anybody's game, if we're being honest.
It's close.
I mean, it's up by 2 accounts. We have, we have Dan, and we know that I think the bigger
is he cutting out for everybody else?
Greg is a closer in his office. Sorry.
Might need to get you in a better Wi-Fi situation. We're going to jump to Linda. Linda, lead reps.
Guys. So for lead reps, honestly, I'm still going to stay in my corner when it comes to Tate. I have not doubted him since day one when we talked about it last time, and I still think he's going to be able to deliver and just, again, put the pedal to the metal where it counts. Consistency has always been, again, one of his greatest qualities. So for me, again, that's where I'm leaning towards, and that's just my victor. I'm just waiting for him to be declared the winner. So that's all I really am waiting for at this point.
Washing her hands. She is done. Taylor, who you got?
So because I'm doing a big push for Trey, I'm going to go with Jace Hansen on this one.
Ooh, I like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
I like that.
Yep, hopefully they can tag team some deals.
Yep, like that. Kenzie.
I actually may or may not have Venmo'd Tate for a little Mamba sponsorship until I learned that the only way I was allowed to sponsor him was to get my own solar. So Tate, I still believe in you. I just can't keep sponsoring you the way I first did. And I can't put solar on my house, or else I would for you.
Oh, I love that. She's been calling Tate from the beginning. Dan, who you got?
There we go. Forgive me, Tate, for I have sinned. There's one name in this tournament now, and I'm going to say it right for the first time. Fiaiki. It's Danny Fiaiki, everyone. And remember the name, he's going to come home with it. Let me tell you a story. I started this tournament with a pretty solid bracket. Actually, I'm just barely behind Kenzie in my prediction for the number 1 spot in all the prediction brackets. So
you ain't first, Dan, you're last.
Closer bracket. My closer bracket can go, just go into an early shallow grave. But my lead bracket's doing pretty good. And I have Tate winning the whole thing. And I think it's a solid bet. But let me tell you something. If you poll all of the leads for the month of June, Tate has the most. He has 18. Danny Fiaiki has 16. So, and he's a man. I don't know. He's my Cinderella pick. He's my main pick. He's all the picks right now. I think Danny Fiaiki is going to take this thing home. There's something special about the energy in California right now. I think I think he's going to take home the crown. I think he's going to go in and be like one of the coolest, like kind of going from not really having a name in this business to having a really big name in this business all in the course of a couple of months, and have a really, really cool kind of dark horse story. I think he's going to take this thing home.
Love that. Love that. It is going to take more than a 12-hour day to get this done for these lead reps. It is so close. Tate Moser with 7. Danny Fiaiki, did I do that right? With 5. Jace Hansen with 5. And Jared Gibson with 2. So you've got 3 of them neck and neck. Jared, he'll come in hot. I know he will because he's got Payson and Greg and those guys down there, and Greg's going to go in and close everything that Jared throws up. So this race is going to be very close. I was going to check in with Quaid again to see if he had better reception.
Can you guys hear me? Is this better?
Yep, that's better.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I just think that this is the most exciting part of this competition is this bracket. I mean, really, the three names we've talked about, Jace, Danny, and Tate, I really think it's going to come down to a midnight game where it's going to come down to deals that are done by closers at 11 and 12 o'clock on Wednesday night in order to see who wins this competition out. So I'm so excited to watch that. I really struggle knowing who to pick. I mean, I love Tate Moser and what he's done for our business and the lead program. And for that reason, I want Tate to do very, very well. But there is an energy and a certain sense of competitiveness that exists in the Tribus office and in their culture that I believe that the winner will come out of Tribus this year. Tate, I love you. Don't take that personally, but I really do believe that the winner is going to come out of Tribus this year. And just culturally and competitively, those guys won the driven competition in May, and I know that they want a winner to come out of their office, and I think that they're really rallying around their team. So my pick is that it will come out of the Tribus office.
Shots fired. 3 days
A
left.
lot can happen in 3 days is what we're saying. A lot can happen in 3 days.
Yeah, especially in this one right here with how close it is. 3 days left, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It closes out midnight, Wednesday, Utah time. So make sure you are prepped and ready for that. You're getting all your deals in before that deadline. And just know we're rooting for you. One thing to go point out, we will announce the winner, but it does go through an audit process. So don't expect, right? It's kind of the calm after the storm. Just know and understand that that winner will get announced, but it won't happen until sometime after, typically about a week after the competition ends.
Yeah, I mean, do the math on the points. We're 3 days into the round, and it's something like 50 accounts already. So I got to go plug through all those different accounts and audit them, make sure they're all clean. So yeah, give us a week to go announce a winner, and we'll have a winner announced next week.
Love you guys. Have a fantastic week and a stellar remaining 3 days. Get
Love
after
ya.
it.